Here we are in 9.2, still dealing with transformations, and today we're talking about reflection. So kind of like how you look at yourself in the mirror. It's called a reflection. First, there's multiple different ways we can reflect an image. If you have a reflection, there's always a line of reflection. So let's say it's line R. If there's a point that lies on line R, like if point A, like in this picture here, then the reflector point is also going to be on line R. If a point, let's say like B, is not on line R, then it's going to create a perpendicular bisector to the new point with the line of reflection. First question, if point P, 3, 4 is reflected across the Y, what are the coordinates of the reflected image? So first, I'm going to plot point 3, 4. And say that is P. And then what I'm going to do is plot the reflecting line, Y equals 1. Because it's different for everything. So I'm going to go up 1. And I would draw my tick mark left and right. So I'm going to draw my dotted line left and right. Now if it reflects over this line, it has to be the same distance from the line. So if you look here, point P is 1, 2, 3 spots away from the line. So my reflecting point also has to be 1, 2, 3 points away from the line. So this would be my reflecting point. And this point here would be 3, negative 2. So that would be the coordinates of my reflection image. Right now I want you to pause the video and attempt this question by yourself. Now if you think you can do this without graphing, go right ahead. However, if it's wrong, you're going to get all credit off. The new point you should have gotten was negative 5, 4. Here, my line of reflection is at negative 1. So if you move over 1, tick mark for x-axis is up and down. So you have to make sure to draw your reflection line up and down. And again, then you just want to count the distance from your original to your line, and then count the same distance from your line to your reflecting point. In this question, I give you 3 points, and it says what is going to be the new points across the y-axis. So first thing you want to do is graph out your A, B, and C. So that's my graph A, B, and C, and it says across the y-axis. So if I look at this, here is my y-axis. So this is going to be my line of reflection. And then just like before, you want to count the dots and how far away. So A right here is 3 spots away, so my reflecting A should be 3 spots away. That's my reflecting A. Now B is on the actual line, so B is going to stay put. My B image or reflection image is going to be the same. And C is 1, 2, 3, 4 away, so C also has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 away from my reflecting image. And I can connect those dots, and there you have it. This is the image that we would have across the y-axis. So it's flip-flopping your y's. I want you to attempt the same thing, except now, be careful, the image is reflective across the line x equals negative 1. So first plot your triangle. After you draw your triangle, I would draw your line of reflection. So in this case, my line of reflection, here's x is at negative 1, so it should go up and down at that line. And now draw your reflective image. Again, point B is on the line, so it does not move at all. Whenever a point is on the line, it stays put. And there you have it. This would be your reflective image. And you may have to actually state the points of your reflective image. So if you need help with that, make sure you're asking in class. Now this one's a little tricky. So first plot out your ABC triangle. Once you have your triangle, then you draw your line of reflection. Now when y is equal to x, that's going to be a straight line through the origin that basically hits all the points, the diagonal points. So this would be my line of reflection here. When y is equal to x, this is what the graph looks like. Now you might be asking yourself, how am I going to do this if there's not a direct line? Well, what you're going to try to do is count your diagonals. So if I'm doing A, I have one full box and a half box. So I should have a half box and full box for my reflecting A. You do that for every point. So at B, in order to get to my line, I have 2 full boxes. So I should have 2 full boxes for my B. And then for my C, I have 1, 2, 3. So again, I should have 1, 2, 3. And that's what I have for my C. And then I plot all those points. And there you have it. You have your reflecting line over the y equals x line. Make sure you took good notes, and it's perfectly clear that I can see you took good notes. And have a great, grand, wonderful day.